What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video and podcast. Hi, I'm your host, Jahaya, of the Let's Have This Hard Conversation podcast. And as you could tell, it's been a long day. Anyways, today we're going to sit up here and have this conversation about self improvement and what is it going to take for you to get to your best self, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat things for you to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to be very, very, very honest about what's happening in the world and what is it going to take for you to evolve and for you to get to your next level. Now, I ain't got all the answers, but I know my life, I'm doing something about everything that I don't like. If it's my body, I'm doing something about it. If it's my job, I'm doing something about it. Like, if it's the people around me, I'm doing something about it. I'm not sitting here allowing me to sit in suffering and hating my life. I would never. And you shouldn't either. So, today we're going to be talking about how you're going to self improve. This is not sex specific. So, it's not just specific for a male or a female. It's for anybody who wants to evolve and is tired of their life. Most people, they genuinely just continue to live a life that is very uncomfortable, that they really don't like. And that's not something that I clap for, right? I don't clap for suffering. I don't clap for you not being where you want to be in life. Like, I really just feel bad for you, honestly. Because when I don't like something, I change it. Anytime there is something in my life that it feel like is holding me back or keeping me from being the version or being the person that I want to be, the first thing I do is find out how can I change it. What are the resources necessary? What are the resources next to me? How am I going to change this? I start to execute a plan and I start to plan my escape plan to see how I'm going to get to this to the top, right? So the first thing I would tell people is identify what's the problem, right? If you don't know what the problem is, you wouldn't know how to solve it. You have to identify what is the initial problem that you're facing. Is it your boss? Is it your job? Is it the money, right? Is it your relationship? Is it the kids? Is it the home? Is it the state? Is it the city? Is it the country? Is it your phone? Is it the TV? Right? Is you going out? What is the initial problem that you feel like is taking an initial toll on your health, on your well being? So, if you have kids, this whole perspective is going to be totally different. I don't have children. So, because I don't have kids, my perspective is me based on what Jahaya want, what Jahaya need, what does Jahaya desire. I am not factoring your children because I don't have any children. So, this whole evolved situation can be, um, if anybody's listening, it could be a little bit selfish, okay? Which I think is very essential to evolve, right? So the first thing is identifying a problem and then going to solve it. Now you have to solve your own problem. Then you have to figure out how you're going to solve the problem, right? So, like I said, it could be a lot of things that you're facing. You could be facing a lot of emotional distress. I don't know what the hell you're going through, but identify the problem and then try to go forth and solve that problem by making a plan, right? You have to be very strategic on how you're going to do things, when you're going to do things, when is the right time to do things, and can you actually execute that plan that you're setting out to do? Who do you need to involve? What people do you need to talk to? What does that look like? And, you know, really come up with a plan that makes sense because you do not want to be, oh my gosh, hold on, y'all, my headphones. You do not want to be walking around here confused and clueless. You need a plan sometimes, you know? And personally, I'm a spontaneous girl. I love to do crazy things. I love to do all type of things. However, I really do truly believe that everybody can't do that. Everybody can't be like me. I do things and I pray and hope and faith that God is going to get me through. And by the grace of the good Lord, God always continues to keep me through every single spontaneous act that I make. Like every single time I made a crazy move, God was always at the forefront of that. He was always the one guiding and directing my steps. I cannot hesitate. I cannot lie to you and tell you that everybody, has favor. I'm not going to tell you that. But what I'm going to tell you is taking a leap is scary, but sometimes it's necessary. And if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. Okay? Constantly doing the same thing over and over again, hating yourself, hating your life, hating the people in your life because of the decisions you made is diabolical. You need to change your life. There is nobody's job to change your life. It's your life. Change it. Change up something. Switch up something. Decide to do something new. Gain a new hobby. Gain a new skill. Okay? Don't blame people for what you decided to do. Okay? I've encountered a lot of people who tried to blame me for their life. I'm like, what? I didn't tell you to live this life. I didn't tell you to pick this life, and I didn't tell you to choose this life. You decided to make those decisions, and now you have to deal with those consequences of the choices that you made. And of course, when people make decisions, they're not thinking that those decisions are going to backfire. However, that's why you need to think things through. You cannot be in a rush. And I feel like you can't be in a rush with people in particular. Like when you're involving people in something, you have to really think about it. And that's why I always advocate for not rushing. You can never rush a process. If you need to take more time, then you need to. Take a little bit more time to actually think the process through and think how you're going to actually execute it. And I've done that a couple times like hold on, I'm acting a little too crazy. Let me take a little breather. Let me take a little rest. Let me sit down for a second and let me actually recoup myself and get my mind right. Because obviously I don't have a plan. And when I don't have a plan, I kind of take time to like actually come up with a plan, because rushing to me, I feel like if you rush something, you're going to fail, and you don't want to fail in seasons. You really don't. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast, this video. I hope that I gave you some gems, and I hope it is something that you can take with you. If you enjoyed this video, just let me know down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, and make sure you let me know what you think. And Jahaya is out. Thank you for watching.